owners like do not know what the value of their property is, what the value of their land is. They're just going off of like what happens like right next to them or whatever, so, and they just get these numbers in their mind. So it's really kind of your job to educate them. It's your job to let them know and show them that the property is only worth like a certain amount of money. So I basically explained it to him. And I said, there's, first of all, there's no bank that's going to finance that, because a bank essentially looks at the income of the property. They're not going to be like, oh, it's 5 acres and it's making 75 grand. And there's another 2 acres there. That's worth $2 million. No bank is going to do that. No lender is going to do that. Right. So, so I said, there's just no way that, I seriously doubt anybody's going to pay $2 million for it. And he was like, well, I'm just going to hold out and see, like, I don't really need to sell this thing. If somebody wants to give me $2 million, I'll sell it. And that's so funny, because that's like, there's a lot of owners that I talk to and they're always like $2 million, and it's like some random number that they just like pulled out of their butt. And I've had that several times. So I'm not sure where that comes from, but maybe that's just like a number everybody has. So anyways, so you want to make sure that, if you're buying a facility that has land on it, right, and the facility that has extra land and the facility, if it has a lot of land, well, yeah, it's going to be valued as something. But if it just has like, a little bit of land, extra land on it, it's not valued at that much. It's just not. All right. Okay. All right. So that is land in itself. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out too was that you can also join Facebook groups. All right. So like land for sale. And I'm doing this right now as well, because like I really I want to buy land. I want to buy some land, so I'm just following like land for sale in Georgia, and you could put the state here as well. So land for sale. Yeah. See, land for sale in Texas by owner, land for sale near me. So I'm in Texas, so obviously it comes up, but here's South Carolina. Oh yeah. So I'm like a member of this farms, land and houses group. And I like to join these group, and I like to have them, I set it on like highlights, like, so whenever there's a lot of engagement, it'll pop up on my feed. And then like, I like to see what kind of like, what's for sale in what areas, what's like happening in the world. And that's why it just kind of keeps me up to date on like land for sale or property for sale in certain areas that I'm interested. So I'm always aware of like what the market looks like. So for you, you should be actually joining groups. Now this is the marketplace, right? This is the Facebook marketplace, and there's always stuff for sale too here. So you can always look in here and keep an eye out on properties that are for sale. And then you can also I just go to groups, like, so land for sale, and then I'll just join whatever groups, like, like San Antonio land for sale or something like that. If I'm interested in that area, here's Texas for sale by owner, and this kind of stuff. I join these groups that they'll pop up on my feed. So I'm sitting in the middle of, that night when I can't sleep or whatever, and you're not supposed to do this. When I can't sleep, sometimes I'll just get up and like scroll on Facebook and just kind of look around and see like what's out there in the world. And so that's kind of what I do, where I just keep myself up to date on like land for sale across the country. I'm the type of person, I'm like open to purchasing kind of anywhere in the country, so I'm like, let me just see what's out there and just keep up to date on it. Okay. All right, good. So that is the land.